Right now, as you listen to my voice, you might believe you're trapped in the same reality you've always known. The same struggles, the same limitations, the same unfulfilled desires. It feels like no matter what you do, your life keeps snapping back to the same version of yourself. The version that doubts, the version that hopes but never truly believes, the version that wants to shift but somehow never does. But what if I told you that you are shifting every single moment? You just don't realize it. You see, reality isn't linear. It's not a single path unfolding in front of you. It's a web, an infinite ocean of possibility, all existing simultaneously. Right now, there is a version of you living your dream life. A version where your desires are already fulfilled. That reality is not far away. It's not something you need to create. It's already there, waiting for you to select it. But selection is where most people go wrong. Because shifting isn't about trying to move into another reality. It's about what you unconsciously accept as true. And for most people, their truth is shaped by their past, their habits, their emotions, their memories. Every day, they wake up and unknowingly step into the same version of themselves, again and again, locking themselves into the same reality. So the question isn't, can I shift? The question is, why am I choosing to stay here? Most people think of reality as something that moves forward like a movie playing on a screen. But that's an illusion. Imagine flipping through the pages of a book. Each page is a separate reality. Each one already written, already complete. And just like a book, your life isn't unfolding, it's being selected. Every moment, you are flipping to the next page. And the page you land on is determined by what you expect, what you assume, and what you believe is true. Your beliefs act like the hand turning the pages. If you believe you're stuck, you will turn to another page where you are still stuck. If you believe shifting takes effort, you will flip to another page where effort is required. But if you truly accept, I am already in the reality where my desires exist, you will land on that page effortlessly. Think about it. Every time you wake up, you are waking up in a slightly different version of reality. Your body has regenerated new cells. Your thoughts are slightly different. The people around you have changed in small, imperceptible ways. The world feels consistent. But that's just because your subconscious is selecting the same timeline over and over again. So when people say, shifting is hard, what they're really saying is, I keep choosing the same reality because it feels familiar. This is why so many struggle with change. It's not that they lack the ability to shift, it's that they keep reinforcing the same expectations. They wake up each day assuming everything will be the same, and so it is. The mind seeks consistency, even at the cost of keeping you in a reality you no longer want. But the moment you recognize that each moment is a fresh selection, you start to see that change is not only possible, it's inevitable. The question is, are you choosing change deliberately or unconsciously repeating the same patterns? If you want to shift into a new reality, you must break the habit of selecting the same one. This doesn't mean forcing anything. It means recognizing that you are already shifting all the time. Every thought, every belief, every assumption is like programming the next page you turn to. If you accept this, then shifting no longer feels like an effort. It feels like a natural unfolding of what you already expect to be true. Look at your current reality. Every aspect of it reflects what you have consistently believed. The relationships you have, the opportunities you experience, even the problems you face, they are all echoes of past assumptions. If you want something different, you must be willing to change the lens through which you see yourself and the world. This is where imagination becomes your greatest tool. When you imagine a new reality, you are already tuning into a different page. The more vividly you see it, the more natural it feels, and the more seamlessly you land on that page. It's not about effort, it's about alignment. Most people stay stuck because they let external circumstances dictate their belief. They look at their current reality and assume it's proof of what's possible. But reality is not proof, it's a reflection. The moment you shift your inner world, the outer world follows. You don't have to struggle to change. You just have to stop reinforcing the illusion that you are stuck. I know you've tried. You've visualized. You've affirmed. You've done the techniques. But deep down, there's a part of you that still feels like the same person. And that feeling is the reason you keep waking up in the same version of your life. Your emotional state is your selection tool. Every time you react the same way, every time you reinforce the same identity, you lock yourself back into the same timeline. If you constantly feel like someone who is trying to shift, you will land in a reality where shifting is always just out of reach. This is why so many people feel stuck. They think they need to do more. They think shifting is about effort. But shifting is about being. It's about making a radical decision to accept a new reality as your truth, not just in thought, but in feeling, in expectation, in certainty. Most people won't do this. They'll say they want change, but when faced with the choice to be different, they hesitate. They keep checking their current reality for proof. They keep looking for signs. And every time they do, they reinforce the reality they are trying to leave. But what if, just for a moment, you stopped looking for proof and started being the proof? Imagine waking up tomorrow and deciding, without hesitation, that you are already the version of yourself who has what you want. Not someone trying to get there, not someone hoping it happens, but someone who already exists in that state. How would you think? How would you move? What would your inner dialogue sound like? The mind naturally seeks consistency. It wants your beliefs, emotions, and external world to align. This is why shifting feels difficult for so many, because they are still waiting for their external world to change before they fully commit internally. But it's the other way around. You must shift first, then reality catches up. It's not about forcing yourself to believe something that feels like a lie. It's about allowing yourself to settle into the truth that has always been available to you. The truth that says you are already enough. You are already capable. You are already living in the reality you desire the moment you decide it is so. Doubt is what keeps you anchored to your old timeline. Every time you wonder, is this working? You are choosing the page where it isn't. Every time you wait for proof, you delay the shift. But when you embody the new version of yourself so completely that questioning it feels absurd, the change becomes effortless. Think about the things you already believe about yourself, your name, your age, the language you speak. You don't wake up every day wondering if they are true. You simply know. That's the level of certainty you need when shifting realities. It's not about trying harder, it's about removing the option of doubt. So stop searching for confirmation. Stop acting as if the shift is something separate from you. You are the shift. The moment you accept this, the moment you choose to live as though your desired reality is already real, everything aligns to match it. Let's get one thing clear. There is no process. There is no waiting period. There is only choice. Right now, you can decide to be the version of yourself that already has what you want. Not by acting as if, but by knowing it is done. The moment you decide, I am already there, reality has no choice but to reflect it. The problem is, most people don't actually decide. They try, they hope, they wish, but they don't claim. And that's the difference. Decision is power. Decision is the moment you step into a new timeline and never look back. So if you want to shift, stop asking how. Stop wondering when. And start living as if it has already happened. Because the moment you know it's done, it is. But let's break this down further. What does it truly mean to decide? It means you no longer entertain thoughts of lack, doubt, or separation from your desire. It means you stop identifying as someone who is waiting and start identifying as someone who already is. Think about it. When you place an order at a restaurant, do you sit there questioning whether your meal will arrive? No, you simply expect it. You already know it's on the way, so you relax. You talk. You enjoy the moment. You don't stress over it because you've made your selection and trust that it will be brought to you. That's how effortless shifting really is. You don't have to struggle or force it. You don't need constant reassurance. You just have to decide, fully, completely, and without hesitation. The mistake most people make is they keep checking. They keep looking at their current reality as if it's proof of what's possible. But your current reality is nothing more than a reflection of past choices. If you keep reacting to it, you're simply reinforcing the same reality over and over again. Instead, make a bold claim. This is my reality now. And then live from that state. When doubts creep in, and they will, remind yourself that doubts are irrelevant. They only have power if you feed them. You don't need to eliminate every negative thought to shift. You just need to stop giving them your energy. If you want a new reality, start embodying it right now. Not tomorrow. Not when circumstances change. Right now. Because nothing is stopping you except the belief that something is stopping you. The truth is, shifting is instant. The only delay is your own hesitation. If you say, I will have it, you are pushing it into the future. If you say, I hope it happens, you are admitting uncertainty. But when you say, it is done, when you know it is a fact, reality bends to match it. So decide, right here, right now. Claim what is already yours. And don't look back. Because the moment you do, you've already arrived. The biggest lie you've ever been told is that reality is fixed. That it takes time to change. That you have to work to manifest. None of that is true. Every second, you are shifting, whether you realize it or not. The only question is, where are you shifting to? Are you choosing the timeline where you keep struggling? The one where you keep doubting? The one where you're always almost there but never fully in your desired reality? Or are you ready to step into the one where everything you desire already exists? There is nothing stopping you but you. Not time, not effort, not the past. Just your willingness to accept that you are already there. Because the moment you decide it's real, it is. But here's the truth most people avoid. You have to stop arguing for your limitations. Every time you say, it's not working, it's taking too long, or I don't see results, you are actively selecting a reality where those statements are true. You are reaffirming your place in a version of reality where your desire remains out of reach. It's not because shifting is difficult. It's because you keep checking. You keep looking at your current circumstances and using them as evidence. But your current circumstances are just a reflection of the past. They have no authority over what comes next unless you let them. Think about it like this. Imagine standing in front of a mirror. If you want the reflection to smile, do you wait for the mirror to change first? No, you smile first and the reflection follows. Reality works the same way. You decide first, and then the world reflects that choice back to you. So what happens when you stop doubting? When you stop second guessing? When you simply accept that your reality has already shifted? Everything aligns, not because you forced it, but because you finally stopped resisting it. The only difference between the version of you who has it all and the version of you who is still waiting is belief. Not effort, not luck, not external circumstances, just certainty. And certainty is a choice. You don't wait for it. You don't need proof. You simply step into it. Most people hesitate because they think certainty comes after they see results. But it's the other way around. Results come after certainty. You can't look to your reality for validation before you decide. It doesn't work that way. You must decide first. Right now, you have a choice. You can keep playing the game of almost there, where you're constantly waiting for signs, for proof, for confirmation. Or you can claim what is already yours. No more waiting, no more hoping, no more trying. Just choosing, just deciding, just being. Because the moment you decide, it's real. Let me know in the comments, are you truly deciding, or are you still waiting for proof? I will meet you with another golden nugget. Happy manifesting.